Hello, this is Dr. Henry. In the first part of this video, we're basically going to spend some time marking the different blocks in the periodic table that correspond to the different sublevels that are in the electron configuration of the elements. And this is how the periodic table is organized, is so you can easily write electron configurations. So the first thing I'd like you to do is, with one of your different colored pencils, is we're going to draw a box. Ooh, that was a bad box. Let me try that again. We're going to draw a box right here and add a box on right here. And we're going to move helium over here just for the purposes of this. And then we're going to go ahead and outline the rest of these first two groups in this red color. All right, and this is going to correspond to the S block. All right, and then above here we're going to label this S1 and S2. And the other thing that let's go ahead and do right now is let's go ahead and just number the periods on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and let's go ahead and do it on this side also. So we got 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, so the next thing I'd like you to do is pick another one of your colors, and we're going to outline in the groups here the transition metals, the groups that go from this basically group 3 to group 12. So this middle part. And sorry, my drawings aren't that great. And this is going to correspond to the D block. And let's label these D1 through D10. Sorry, my D's are getting a little bad there. So we have the S block right here. We have the D block here in the middle. And then let's get another color, and then right over here we're gonna draw this line right here. That's a little too light. Let me see if I can make that a little darker. That's an ugly green, but we'll use it anyway. We're gonna draw this green box around, and we're gonna kind of leave helium out of that. Now that's where helium really is, but just for this we're gonna move it. And so this has, if you count this, this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups, and that corresponds to the P block. Because remember, move that up. Remember, in the P block you have 3 orbitals, so it can hold 6 electrons. And let's label this P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, and then we're going to kind of write over this, that's P6. And then down here at the bottom, we have, sorry, I'm trying to find another color. That's an ugly color. I'll do kind of a purple color. Down here at the bottom right here, we have what we're going to think of as, that's a little more pink than the F block. So this is the F block. And I'm kind of running out of room, but these go from F1 all the way over here. I'm going to put this one at the top so you can see it. So like this is F14, F13, this is F1, F2, F3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, like that. And then these, though, these start at 4 and 5. And then for the D block, what we're going to do is we're going to put a little 3, 4, 5, and 6 in the D1 block here. And then the other thing that we need to do is right from lanthanum, we're going to draw an arrow that goes down to here. And then from actinium, we're going to draw an arrow that goes down to here. So, how does this work? Well, basically, you read this like a book. So let's say, and let me get another color besides this ugly pink color. All right, let's say that you wanted to write the electron configuration for zinc. So here's zinc. So when you read something, you start at the top, you start at the left side. So you read the whole sentence, then you go down one, and you go back to the left side once again. And we're going to read this the same way. So here's zinc. So we're going to start here. So we're going to go and think of this like an XY grid system, something you use in math. We have 2 points that tell us where something is. So here's hydrogen. Hydrogen is 1s1. And remember, so we want to go to zinc, so let's write this right here. So 1s1, 1s2, we get to the end of what we're going to think of as the S block, and we still haven't made it to zinc. So we're going to write down 1s2. And then we go across this first period, and there's nothing left because remember we got rid of helium for this. So we go down, we go over to the end. 2s1, 2s2, we're to the end of the S block. We still haven't made it to zinc, so we go 2s2. And then we go across this gap, right? Fly across this. Whee! And here is 2p1, 2, 3, 4. And really, what you're going to see is if it's not in that block and period, you don't even need to count. You just go right to the end. So we get to 2p6, and we still haven't made it to zinc. So we write down 2p6. Then we go down one to the end. So here is 3s2. So up to magnesium is 3s2. And then we fly across all these D numbers here. Don't let that bother you. And we get to 3p. So we go to the end. We get to argon. We're at 3p6. And we still haven't made it to zinc. So we go down. We go to the end. Here's 4s. So 4s1, 4s2. So we write that down. And then we count all the way over to zinc because we finally got to the block and period where zinc is, right? So 3D1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is 3D10. And the other thing that I forgot to say was that D starts one behind. So it goes 4S, 3D, 4P. 5S, 4D, 5P. It's always one behind. Because the D level has higher energy than 4S's. Alright, so it's between the S and the P. It's always one below. And the key thing to remember is the P on the other side goes with the period number. So it's 4S, 3D, 4P. 5S, 4D, 5P, like that. All right. And so there's zinc. Now, the other thing is, after 6S, you go to 5D1, and then After 5D1, what happens is down here, this 4F starts being filled. And then you would go back up to like 5D2. So it goes 5D1. So if you had something, you go 6S, 5D1, and then you would start filling in 4F like this, and then you would go back and filling in the other electrons across there like that. All right? And then 6P. So let's look at an example of that. So actually, I think this video is getting a little too long, so what I'm going to do is stop it and do some examples in part 2.